Hello out there, all you wonderful people. This is Andre, the Game Idea Guy. Thank you very much for lending me your time and your ear and listening into another gamer's memory. This one's actually really quick, a really simple thing, because it was something that I found funny at the time when I was younger. So I was playing, what was it? I was playing Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter. The Japanese import on the Sega Saturn. I was playing it with my friends, like we were playing like basically like just playing Winter Stays On. So I was playing rounds, and like quite a few people were over and were playing, and I was definitely on the winning streak because I was the best player among my friends when it came down to 2D fighting games at the time. So while I was kicking my friends' behinds constantly, and they were being rotated in and out, a couple of my friends actually tried to sit over my shoulder, like I didn't notice that they were over my shoulder. They tried to sit over my shoulder to look at how my hands while I was playing, because they didn't quite grasp all of the different motions and directions that you had to put in order to perform certain moves. So to their surprise, my hands were moving too fast for them to actually be able to pay attention to what I was doing properly. Not because I'm like some extremely fast player when it comes down to fighting games. It's just that they're not used to playing fighting games, and they're not used to seeing other people play fighting games. So for them, my hands must have looked like a blur. It was like something just like I'm just hitting buttons on the controller, hitting and pushing in directions, jumping up, doing combos and stuff. Like, they were like so dumbfounded, sitting over my shoulder, like looking down at my hands while I was playing. Like, I didn't try to hide my hands. I had them right out where everybody could see while I was playing, because I figured, and like that's what was funny to me. And I knew they were there trying to look at my hands. I knew that they were trying to look. That's the funny thing. I knew that they were trying to look over my hands. So I'm like, just playing away, because like they're not gonna be able to replicate me. They can't copy copy what I'm doing. They're not fast enough. Like, it's something I've done before, because I'm so used to playing fighting games. I can kind of see how somebody's hands moving when they're playing them. So I can kind of see what they're doing to perform certain moves. I can look down at their hand, look at the screen real quick, and back and forth. And they couldn't even get that much. They were just like, and the bad thing is, when I looked at them, I was like, there was nothing I could say to them to make them feel any better. So I just went back to playing. But I just remember it was like 2 or 3 of them that sat over my shoulder, just looking down at my hands. I was like, you're not going to learn this way. Oh, I tried to direct them to the instruction book, but since they saw a bunch of Japanese words and didn't really want to pay attention to the different little button prompts and stuff, that didn't work either. So eventually some of them caught on. Some of them started to catch on, but they're still not as good as me at 2D fighting games. They probably likely will never be, unfortunately, because I'm just better than them. I'm not saying I'm that great, but among my friends, I was definitely the best at 2D fighters, like Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom, King of Fighters, Samurai Shodown. Anything that was a 2D fighter, I was pretty much the king among my group. Now, if we were to go into 3D fighters like Tekken and stuff, they can hang with me. Some of them were better than me, I'll admit. But I just wanted to share that little story. I'm pretty sure somebody else who's been in the fighting games has probably had that happen, where somebody's just like over their shoulder trying to grasp what they're doing with the controller, and they don't get it. So you guys tell me if you've had anything similar like that happen. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be a fighting game, just any game, because games nowadays, when you're putting in button inputs, you're not looking at your hands, you're just doing what you need to do. So to another person that's not familiar with it, it could look like a surgeon performing an operation. So I don't know, but you guys share any of those type of stories that you guys have if you want. I actually do like reading the comments that share some of the stories. But thank you guys very much for listening. Keep your eyes and ears up for more of my stuff, and until the next time, enjoy your games. Peace out.